Hi, welcome to this workshop. It's me, Leslie Strachan, on how to get the life and career you will love. It's a real pleasure to be with you here today, and thank you for watching this replay. I'm Leslie Strachan. I'm an award-winning trainer, coach, and author. I'm also a certified trainer in the Success Principles from the Jack Canfield Training Group. So the idea of this is that your success principles will help you move forwards to getting the life you really want to live, either now or in the future. If you don't yet have a copy of Jack Canfield's book called The Success Principles, please get one. It will change your life. Just practicing one or two success principles each week will help you a lot. I've been using the success principles since 2012, so a fair amount now. And during this time, I've discovered my purpose in life and discovered the steps necessary to help me move forward with my life. And it can do the same for you too. So today is really super exciting because we're going to decide what we want from life. What do we want to be? What do we want to have? And what do we want to do? And during this time, what I want you to do before we get started is grab a pen and paper or get an electronic gadget, whatever you like to do, because the idea of all these workshops is that you do some interactive and engaging stuff will help you to actually move forward, which is the right thing to do, yeah? Okay, so during today's session, we're going to have a look at some thought-provoking things. And what we want to explore today is the power of you making a decision. It makes it really clear that if you want something badly enough in your life, you have to make a decision. And that decision can be threefold. It can be do nothing, do something, or make massive changes. And it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you make a decision. And I've worked with loads of people who actually say, having gone through this program, it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to stay exactly where I am because I discovered I'm not as unhappy as I thought I was. Perfect. Absolutely. The next bit is defining your goals. So we need to look at what do you want to have? What do you want to be? What do you want to do in your life? And then set goals. Now, these can be enormous breakthrough goals, or like I do, depending on what the goal is, do it in little bite-sized pieces. Think of your life as a jigsaw. And each time you make a decision and change something, whether incrementally or drastically, it's putting that part of the puzzle together and redesigning your life as you want to be, as you want to do. And then we have the issue of overcoming obstacles. Early in childhood, we're programmed to say, don't touch that, don't do that. Oh, you'll never be able to do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. I don't want you to be a doctor. I want you to be something else. So you're affected by lots of external environmental factors, such as your parents, your teachers at school, your boss perhaps, and just where you find yourself in life. And you actually find that you lose you. There's quite a fun story that I have a dog, and when we go dog walking with the dog, everyone will say, oh, that's Ben's parents. Oh, that's Chelsea's parents. Oh, that's Zoe's parents. Nobody knows the name of the owners of the dogs. They only know that we are their owners of our dogs. And so we're kind of obscured. We don't exist other than there's Ben's mum. So in order to find you again, and perhaps somebody might actually call me Leslie one day instead of Ben's mum, would be really, really nice. So let's move on then to success principle number 3, which is called decide what you want. Here's where the piece of paper comes in. And for those of you who are live, I asked you 3 questions. Do you know what you want to be, have, and do in your life? If the answer is yes, 100%, fantastic. You don't need to be here anymore. If it's no, then please do this exercise with me. If you're working on it, that's fine too, because in your subconscious, you will know what it is you want to do, but there is stuff getting in the way. Some of you might have actually given up on your hopes and dreams and desires, and that's no good for you either, because it isn't very positive. So we're going to have a look at 6 areas of your life now. I'm just going to go through this in light detail. When we do the actual coaching together, we will go into this in further depth. So if we have a look at your finances for the minute, are you earning? Are you earning what you're wanting to be earning? How much do you want to earn? How much do you want to have in savings? All sorts of questions like that. Are you living hand to mouth at the minute? Are the bills getting in the way? So I want you to actually think about your finances and actually switch off this video for a second and tell me exactly what it is you want to achieve in your financial life. So if I had 3 things in your mind that you wanted to do, what would it be? Do you want a new career that earns lots of money? Do you not want to earn any money at all? Do you just need to be financially sound in order to pay your bills? So please stop the video right now and just write down those sorts of things. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have in the area of finance? Okay, now we have 6 areas that we cover in the success principles, and these are largely because we want to live a balanced lifestyle. So back in the game, creating your I want list, either with a pen and paper or on your computer, I don't mind. Let's look at job and career. Is this job or lack of job, whatever it happens to be, is it fulfilling? Are you passionate? Are you purposeful about going to work? Do you wake up in the morning and go, yay? I do, because I love my job. So do you love it? Are you passionate about it? If you're not, in the back of your head somewhere, your gut and your instinct will be saying to you, I'd like to have a go at that, or I'd like to have a go at this, or I'd like to get a job now the kids are grown up from school. So think about what it is. What do you want from your job and career? Do you want to love it? Do you want to be passionate about it? Is it just a means to an end? What is it you want to do? If I asked you to wake up tomorrow and you were in your ideal financial situation and your ideal job and career situation, what would that be? If you can't think of it right now, put on some music, just close your eyes and think, if I were somebody else doing my life, how happy would I be if? Okay, so stop the recording again now. Write down all the sorts of things that you would like to do in your job and career if there were no or nothing in the way of you actually doing it. Okay, let's move on to relationships. This could be relationships with your kids, with your siblings, with your partners, with people at work, with your boss. It can be any relationship that you want it to be. It could even be with your pets. So are the relationships that you have in your life supportive and fulfilling, or do they drag you down? Are you surrounded by 5 people that really motivate and inspire you? Are you part of a community group like our Thinkific course, where we're always uplifting people all the time and getting them to do things differently and be happy and passionate about what they do? So is it time to work on those relationships? When you say, I should go and see whoever it is, why don't you just go and see? Or decide, make a decision not to. So just think about the relationships you do have. School teachers, parents, kids, anybody. Are they fulfilling right now? Do you want to work on it, or do you not want to work on it? I have to be fair and tell you that I have severed some relationships. It sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? But some relationships I don't bother with anymore because it's just too much hard work and it's a bit of a one-way street. And I'm thinking, life's too short. Why don't I spend it with people that make me happy? So why don't you consider that? So again, switch off this recording and write down what you want to be, have, and do in your life. Just going to let somebody in. And we've just talked about your financial and career, job and relationships that we've just talked about. We're now going to have a look at fun and recreation. So most of us these days will be not having as much fun and not taking part in recreational activities for all sorts of reasons. As I said earlier, these 6 areas of your life need to be balanced out, which will make you an awful lot happier. So do you have fun? Yes, no? I do now, because I've become less of a workaholic than I used to be. Do you do recreation? For example, I dance a lot. What do you do in terms of relaxation and things like that? What else could you put into your life that you don't have now? So again, stop the recording and then listen to yourself. Listen to what you want in terms of fun and recreation. If you woke up tomorrow and everything was, yay, you're having loads of fun and you're out doing stuff and relaxing, what would those things be? Is it going to the pub with your friends? Is it just going for a walk in a local park? Things like that. So I want you to have something in you. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And what do you want to have in your life that will make it a little bit more balanced? So in terms of personal goals, let's have a look at that for a minute. I have a vision board up on my wall here, and I have a personal goal to actually, it's a 2-pronged thing, really. I want to weigh 10 stone and I want to be slim and lithe again. Looking at me, you'd probably think, what's she talking about? She doesn't look that bad. But I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and I have to do something about it. So I have a personal goal to learn dance notation. I have a personal goal of getting down to 10 stone. And in that, I have to also look at my fitness and health. So I need to be eating better. I need to be drinking a little bit less wine. I need to be working out a little bit more. But it's the passion that I have for dance, which will enable me to do that rather than have a personal trainer at the gym. So what do you want to be better about your personal goals and your fitness and your health? What is it you want? Do you want to be fitter? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be slimmer? Are you okay? Is that not important? So just take some time out now, pause the recording. And for those 6 areas of your life, what I want you to do is write down what do you want to have, what do you want to be, and what do you want to do with your life in those 6 areas. Now, often when I do this with my clients, they'll say, actually, I really only want to focus on career or personal goals. That's absolutely fine, because what you can do is, as you've made your list of what you want to have, what you want to do, and what you want to be, something will probably come out of the woodwork that's more important to you at this stage in your life. But what I really want to encourage you to do is to have a goal for all 6 areas. Focus on the ones that are more meaningful to you. All right, so when we finish this session today, I want you to take your list, and you probably have 8, 10, 12 things on it that will be really important. You might have 20, you might have 30, you might have 2. It really doesn't matter. The key today is to get yourself this list of what you want to do, what you want to have, and what do you want to be. And you just need to ask that question of yourself all the time. So in an ideal world, if you were to wake up tomorrow or next week, I hope you do, obviously, but when you wake up tomorrow and when you wake up next week, if you imagine you have a big theatre screen in front of you and you're watching a film of your life, what does it look like? What does your financial area look like? What does your job, your career look like, if you want one, that is? What do your relationships look like if you were to go from that station to that station on your virtual train journey? What would your relationships be? Would you like to let some relationships go? Would you like to improve some relationships? And in terms of fun and recreation, again, watch this movie of your life going by, close your eyes, listen to some music. What do you want to be doing for fun and recreation? And also for your personal goals, do you want to go back to university, college, study for something, do something for fun, like learn music, or, I don't know, join a team or something, so that you can do netball or football or cricket or anything? It really doesn't matter. And then fitness and health. Are you happy with that? Are you totally on it? Are you 100% fit? If you are, well done. I'm kind of not quite there yet, but never mind. So I'm just going to give you a bit of an example now that might inspire you. There's a LinkedIn poll recently where they said that 100% of people are not as fit and healthy as they want to be. And 50% of all adults, would you believe this, do no exercise at all? Probably because we're sat watching things like this or sat doing our work all day. And I can do that sometimes. I'll say, oh, I'll take that walk later. It won't matter. And then suddenly the day and the evening has suddenly disappeared. So why don't you choose a time during the day that is really good for you, like lunchtime, for example, now. Go for a walk. I belong to a community that I'm training with at the moment. And there's a lady on there that actually has a walking treadmill while she's doing the course that we're both on. It kind of makes me feel a bit sick, but that's her way of dealing with fitness. So taking a break is really, really important for your mental health as well, particularly at work when you get to that point, and you think, oh, I can't do this anymore. I just have to walk away. Walk away. Go around the block. Go get some lunch. Because taking a break will enable your subconscious to deal with whatever it is you're thinking about. It enables you to recharge, to refocus, get some vitamin D if the sun is shining in the UK. And it also helps you manage stress and burnout. So if you're entitled to a break, if you're an employee, please take them and go away for a walk with somebody at work or not with somebody. If you own a business like I do, then force it. Say there's between these hours, between 12 and 1 and 2, I'm not working. I'm going to go and do something else. So are you as fit and healthy as you want to be? Congratulations if you are. If you're not, the other principle that you want to have a look at in Jack Canfield's book called The Success Principles is number 1, which says, are you taking 100% responsibility for your life? I was a bit offended by this when somebody first taught it to me. I'm going, yeah, of course I am. Ooh. In actual fact, most of us, probably 95% of us, are not taking 100% responsibility, because if we don't have the life that we want to lead, we are not taking 100% responsibility, and we're not deciding what we want to have. So we need to turn that negativity into something positive. So I'm going to ask you today, after you finish watching this, what will you do differently after today? Will you explore one of those areas that we looked at in terms of finances, jobs, relationships, community, all those sorts of things? So it's kind of up to you. I will never force anybody to do this, but if we take this example of fitness and health, for example, what other fitness and health ideas could you look into and explore just as a first step, perhaps? Look at, there's a cancer research site in the UK where it looks at 30 different fun ways to exercise. What would make you laugh? What would make you excited? What would make it fun that if half an hour or an hour went by, you'd feel really great about it? The other thing you could do, if you feel like just doing something by yourself, is get up every hour and walk around and do something, even if it's up and down a flight of stairs. It's something, and it's these small little micro goals that will actually help you to get where you want to be. I've done this before. The next one, I've set a timer on my computer to take a break. and I set it for 50 minutes. And when the bell goes off, I take my hands off the keyboard and get up and do something about it. Obviously, I can't do that if I'm on a call with a client, but you can do it a little bit further on when you finish talking to whoever you've been talking to, or you just wish to get on with that little piece of work. But please do take a break. So what will yours be? What will your goal be for your finances, for your career, for your relationships, for your fitness and health, for your personal goals? Are you going to go out and explore college courses or university courses, or do an MBA, or learn Spanish, or learn guitar? It's entirely up to you. There's tons of stuff on Google which will give you an idea of what it is you actually really want to do in life. So I thought I would share, because over the past few weeks and going on to the next 7 weeks of this short life coaching workshops, we're going to put together a vision board. Okay, this is my vision board. It's the 4th one I've had in several years, and it represents all those things that we were talking about, all the 6 different areas of my life. So from the top here is about financial stuff, through to travel and things like that. Almost everything I put on the previous 3 vision boards have happened, because there's a little thing called you get what you focus on. All the time here, just above my laptop screen, is my vision board. Okay, and every day I look at it and think, oh, I wonder how that's going to happen. It doesn't matter how it's going to happen. The thing is that you get what you focus on, and you let the world decide how it's going to happen. And sooner or later, if you have your vision board and you keep focused on it and you keep looking at it, the world will evolve and help you to actually get what you want. But you've got those essential steps to do first. You have to decide what you want to be, what you want to have, and what you want to do. Then you put your vision board together. Then next week, we're going to show you how to put them into bite-sized little pieces. Remember the jigsaw analogy that I was talking about earlier? It's kind of putting this all together to make sure that you start moving towards the life that you actually want to live. So, interestingly, in the chat, if you could put in what your biggest takeaway from today is, even if it's as simple as coming to this workshop today. Is that your first step? Or have you picked something up from the slides previously? Do let me know. This recording is going to be available on YouTube shortly, so please do feel free to comment there. And for the people who are on board with me today, if you'd like to pop something in the chat, that would be great. What I can have is, for the people who are attending today, I'm going to send you a PDF of Jack Canfield's Success Principles books. So thank you very much for your attending, and that's your prize. When you get the book, you'll probably find that it's absolutely huge. It's like a huge big Bible of some description. It's not a Bible. It's not religious at all. So what I often say to people is just put in a page number at the top, and let's let the PDF open. And that's the success principle that you're meant to read today. You can read it from front to back, although it will probably take you a week to do it. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you pick up something that will be of value to you. Okay, so if you need some help and you don't want to do it by yourself, and it's not easy to do, I can tell you from personal experience, there's 2 steps that you can take today. You can book an exploratory call about whether life coaching is for you or not. You will not be sold anything. I don't work like that. People either choose to work with me or they don't. But there's no harm booking an exploratory call on that link, and this will be on the recorded version as well. Or you can sign up straight away for my hybrid life coaching course, which we hold on Thinkific. We go through all the success principles. You get weekly access to me as your coach. so that I can continue to help you move to where you are now, to where you want to be. And finally, this is me. Do feel free to reach out on email if you prefer to do that, or if you want to pick up the phone, that would be amazing too. So I don't know if anybody has any questions they'd like to ask me right now.